Hello, it's Brandon Bakes, and today we're back for another season, and also we will be baking triple chocolate cookies. Alright, now we gotta cream all the ingredients together, so get out your stand mixer, and then just gonna set that over there. We're gonna put the 2 sticks of butter in. Then the sugar, then the brown sugar, and then we're going to mix it on a low speed and cream it up. And the way you can tell when it's cream is that it has like this tannish tint to it, but it's all mixed together. You don't really see any chunks of butter. Turn it up just a little bit because sometimes the butter doesn't always mix together. Alright, now you gotta put in your flour, and you have to get out a big mixing bowl to mix everything up that does not go in here. So you put everything in a mixing bowl: cocoa powder, salt, baking soda, baking powder, and then you use a whisk and you mix it all together. Right now it kind of looks like if it's wet outside but it just snowed, this kind of looks like it when it's like a dirt slush. That's kind of how I picture it, but it also looks really good to eat. Alright, it's all mixed together now, as you can see. It looks like a lot of cocoa powder. Alright, now you gotta put your flour mixture into your big stand mixer. But the way you want to do this is you want to put a little bit in at one time. So put a little bit in. Alright, it's about half, then you close it up. And then you put it on a low speed, because you don't want to put it all in, otherwise it'll make a big explosion. So you have a little bit in right now, mixing in, and I want to wait for it to, I got a little bit on the side. You want to look for it all to be mixed in. Looks like most of it's mixed in. So now you want to, just gotta move. Now it's in a more workable position. So now you dump the rest of it in. Actually, don't want to dump the rest in. A little bit too much in there. You let that mix in. You might have to turn it up a little bit more as it gets on because the dough will start to get a little bit thicker. Right now it seems like it's okay, but next time... sorry. I got a little bit of the mixture in my mouth. It's good. Next time we pour a little bit left in there, it's gonna be much harder to serve because the mixture will be much thicker. Let's add the rest of it in now. Alright. I somehow managed to spill. You want to put the rest in here at a low speed. When you're working with a lot of dry ingredients, this tends to happen because sometimes it's hard to tell when it's too much or too little. You might also want to turn up the speed on your stand mixer now because the dough is getting much thicker, as you can see. It's starting to take the consistency of like a chocolate ice cream almost. It looks pretty well mixed in. So you can stop it now, and you can add in your chocolate chips. Alright, now it's time to add your chocolate chips. But what's special about the chocolate chips, at least in my case, is I put all of them together. It's 1 cup milk chocolate, 1 cup semi-sweet. So you want to dump it into your dish. And then I would recommend using a wooden spoon because it's easier to stir with because it's more firm. And you just want to mix all those chocolate chips in so there's no more loose ones. You want all to be sticking in with the dough. This also really works your arm. And it looks like all of them are in right now, but I want to stir a little bit more because there's not so many chocolate chips in the bottom ones as there is the top. So I'm gonna stir it in a little bit more. Stir the bowl right out. When you're mixing cookies, the dough is really firm, so just be prepared, especially with these ones because there's so many dry ingredients to make it firm. Alright, looking at the dough, it looks like all the chocolate chips are in. So now it's time to put them on trays. Now it's time to put the mixture in the refrigerator for 15 to 20 minutes to let it firm up. Alright, now you want to get out a cookie sheet and your dough that has been refrigerated and get out a small dough scoop or a small spoon. So you get a little piece and you get out a cookie tray with the parchment. And then you just put it on the tray. And the reason I recommend small scoop is because these cookies, since they have so much butter in them and chocolate, they melt more, so they're much thinner cookies. So if you were to use a bigger one, they'd be gigantic. So that's why I recommend using small. And there's just so much chocolate in here that's really sweet as well. So you just want to fill up the cookie sheet with the cookies. And your oven has to be preheated 350 once you wait. Alright, I'm almost done putting the dough on the sheet. And with these cookies, you want to make the dough balls a little bit tighter or compact. So you don't want to have wild edges on it. You don't want to make it so compact that it won't be able to spread. But you just want to get the edges in just a little bit so it's not all willy-nilly. Alright, I got the cookie sheet with all the cookies, so you want to get down your hot mitts. Grab the tray. Just knock the dough ball. Open up the oven. And then just put it in there. Like that. And you want to let it cook for 8 to 10 minutes. But I would recommend checking it at 8 minutes because some ovens bake differently and they might react a little bit different to it. Alright, so I think the first batch of cookies is done. The way you can tell that they're done is when there's no shine left to them. They're not like traditional cookies though. They're going to be very, very soft. And you basically just essentially want to let them cool all the way down on the cookie sheets because otherwise you cannot move them because there's so much butter in them. They just don't firm up till they're cool. But man, look at them. They look so good. Alright, I'm going to taste test the cookies now. It's like an explosion of chocolate in your mouth. When you bite in, it's just, you get so many different sensations of chocolate. That's what happens when you have 3 different kinds of chocolate in there. But thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.